through academic year in America. My name is Sarah Evans-Wallman. I'm the Associate Director of Field Development and Training, obviously with AYA, and I am here this afternoon with Marilyn, one of our wonderful local coordinators in Montana, and one of her host families, the DeLong family, or part of the family. We have Kathy and her student Lena. So if you guys want to give a quick hello, we'll start with Marilyn.
Hi, I'm Marilyn, and I've been a local coordinator since 2007. Started hosting exchange students back in 1998, and I just loved it so much. I just wanted to be more involved as an host.
Wonderful.
Placed several hundred students.
Great.
In Texas.
Wonderful. And Kathy, if you want to introduce yourself.
Kathy DeLong, host mom. This is actually our second host student we've had. We were with a different program, and I'll go into some of that later. We've lived in Montana 15 years, and we have 4 kids, 2 dogs, and a crazy cat.
Love it. Great. Lena, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Lena. I'm from France, and I've been here for 5 months now.
Great.
I'm 16, and I'm a junior.
Nice, wonderful, wonderful. So for those of you who are just tuning in, and we always like to say this in the beginning of our videos, is this is a really great opportunity for people who are watching and people who are going to watch in the future to really get a taste of what the hosting experience is like. And in each of these videos, we focus on some different topics, so you can get a wide range of what the hosting experience and LC experience is all about. So I do have some questions for you guys. So I know, Marilyn, you got into it a little bit. And tell us a little more about, why you started with AYA and what really drove you to become a local coordinator.
Why did I start with AYA? Well, it was a little bit of a funny story. My young son and I went to the local courthouse to pay a fine. And the lady that waited on us, when we told her that we lived in the town that we did, she says, "Oh my goodness, I'm looking for a host family in Ignatius, and do you know of anyone, or would you like to be in it?" "Oh, that'd be awesome." And she said, "Well, we have a girl from Germany." I said, "Oh, Germany is my root." And so we agreed right then and there that yes, we'd love to do it, and it was a fabulous, very fabulous experience.
Wonderful.
So in 2007, I just found myself to be very excited and interested in what some of the students that were experiencing and everything. I wanted to become more involved.
Wonderful. And the rest is history, right? Yeah. Awesome. So, Kathy, this question's for you. What made you and your family want to do this and host?
We hosted a student from Germany 6 years ago, and it was a little bit different experience because she was in high school and none of our kids were. And it was a very different program, and the coordinator was not very attentive to anything, and we had some issues. And Sydney came up about a year ago and said, "I will give up every Christmas present I could have if we could just have another exchange student." But she still got Christmas presents, don't worry. Your host families will still give you gifts. So we decided we were actually going to host a girl from Germany, and then with the consulate being closed due to COVID, she couldn't come, and we were going to be a welcome home for Lena, and then it just turned out we became her host family. So
awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. And what would you say, because you have hosted in the past, but it's been a bit, what about this experience has been the most surprising for you, would you say?
Well, I don't know so much a surprise, but it's just been really nice to have Marilyn. Thank you.
It's wonderful.
The last coordinator was it was a totally different program. And I don't even remember the name of the program we were with. It was 6 years ago, and I can't remember what I had for dinner last time. So, sure. But she said she was doing home visits, and she never came to our house, and sending these long emails to our host mom, and so it's nice. Like, if I have a question, I can call Marilyn anytime, and she answers quickly. And it's nothing so much surprising, just other than it's been a good surprise. It's been really nice to have a great program.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah.
I
agree with you there. I know.
You didn't pay me to say that either. You didn't know I was going to say that.
She's amazing, and you know, we have such a great group of coordinators who are attentive to our families, and that's what their position is, and that's what their job is to be a guide and a resource for our families and be with them every step of the way. So hats off to you, Marilyn. That's awesome. So Lena, I've got some questions for you. So, you know, you've been here for 5 months, and every student comes on the program, and there's this adjustment period, and, you know, adjusting to the food and the language and the smells and, you know, just everything about, everything about America.
That's true.
Similar or different. Everything. What are some things you did to help yourself adjust to life in America?
Okay, so just to make friends, I try like to just see people, talk to them. I didn't hesitate like to ask them to hang out, to have lunch with them. I always like going and friendly with them. So I will say, just for like the part with just making friends, don't hesitate to ask people, to just talk to them, be friendly with them, laugh with them.
Yeah.
And about the food, I love the food here, so I don't have any problem with that. I just probably eat too much, but
sure.
I love the food here, and I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah. But you bring up a really important point, and that's putting yourself out there and not being scared to talk to someone. You know, the worst thing someone could say is, "No, I don't want to hang out." But you have to initiate, and it's great that. It's great that you've done that. And what advice would you give an exchange student coming on the program? What's like one piece of advice that you would give them?
Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Like, sometimes people just like, they're like, oh, I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if I should talk to them. I don't know. Just go for it. And just.
It's great. I love that. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. And Kathy, what advice would you give a first-time host family?
I would say, if you have younger children, just know that you're going to have to drive that host student around because they're not allowed to drive.
Yeah.
Try to connect them with someone in the community before they come. Sid and Lena were already communicating before she got here. Even when she was just going to be we were just hosting her originally. Really make sure to read the information forms and pick the student that you really feel is going to fit your family the best. You don't necessarily have to have a separate room for them. Lena and Sid share a room. Sometimes that works out, sometimes maybe not so much. I mean, it is what it is. It's how we could have someone here, is to have them share. Just know what you're getting into, and that it can be such a fabulous learning experience. And like for Christmas time, we asked Lena what we could do that was her family tradition that we could incorporate into our family traditions to make Christmas time easier for her. And she didn't really have anything for Christmas, but she had the King's cake, which she made in February or January, and then she had to make again in February for Sid's birthday because it was so good she wanted it for her birthday. So
very good. Wonderful.
Just try to incorporate some traditions from your host, your students, their country, and make them feel a little more welcome, especially if they're here for Christmas. It's really
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Marilyn, you've worked with so many families in your years with AYA, and you know, every single year. What are some, you know, words of wisdom that you give them going into the experience, whether they're a new family or a returning family? You know, things that they can do to make this experience the best for them.
Well, I think one of the most important things is to be open-minded and be excited about what you will gain from this experience and how you will enrich the lives of your family. And, you know, you get such a reward, and to bring someone in your home, it just really enhances your lives. And you go
Yeah,
through it.
for sure, for sure. I mean, we hear stories from you. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we're here, you know, to bring the world together. And
Yeah, right. And we do that.
One family.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. And Kathy, you know, you have children of your own, including Lena now, but what would you say have been the benefits for your children?
I think they'll get along better now.
Yeah.
My two oldest sort of bickered a lot and were on each other's nerves a lot before Lena came. And Lena's gotten the boys to kind of come out of their shells a little bit and do more things instead of just hang out in their room. And Lena just gets along with everyone in the family.
Well, guys, you know, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to answer my questions and give people a sense of what it's like to have a student in your home. And Marilyn, your insight into your coordinator experience and the help that you've given this family and so many others. Kathy, thank you for hosting. Lena, it's awesome that you're here during this crazy, crazy year, right? And yeah, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful afternoon.